something very interesting, which is called types of merger. So types of merger basically is the types of merger based on the classification of the merging entity. So you can have something called an horizontal merger. You can have something called a vertical merger. You can have something called conglomerate merger. You can have something called market extension merger, and you can have something called a product extension merger. So we'll just cover the first one, horizontal merger. So what is a horizontal merger? A horizontal merger is a merger or business consolidation that occurs between firms that operate in the same industry. So the players are in the same industry, the companies are also same in the same industry, right? So if let's say WhatsApp and Facebook, so that could be. Now I have a question. What is the benefit of merging in a company with the same industry? So if two companies who are in the same industry, if they merge, what is the benefit? In other words, I'm asking what is the benefit of an horizontal merger? Think about it. When two companies which are operating in the same, what will happen? First, when they merge, competition is eliminated. So that's number one. Second, when they merge, they can pool their resources. So their market share will increase. For example, one company has 10% market share and second company has 20% market share. The combined market share now will become 30%. Third, benefits of labor technology. So they can have a common technology, they can use common resources, so there will be cost cutting, right? There could be advantage in terms of brand. One of the key advantages, one company may actually complement the other company. So let me just try and give you the example. Let's say two companies are in FMCG space. One company has a better brand and second company has a better supply chain. If they both merge, they both will benefit, because first company has better brand, better products, but it does not have a good distribution system. Second company has a good distribution system, but it does not have a good brand. So if both of them merge, they can actually complement. Market share will increase. Methodology, probably the processes could be shared, right? So there are a lot of benefits, right? Starting from cutting the competition to complementing each other, right? So competition tends to be higher among the companies operating in the same space, means higher synergies and potential gain in market share is greater for merging firms. This type of merger occurs frequently because larger companies attempting to create more efficient economies of scale. When you become larger in sizes, there are some costs which are borne jointly. For example, administrative cost or cost of facility or supply and logistic cost. And since two entities are merging, you can have an advantage of economies of scale. A horizontal merger can help company to gain competitive advantages. For example, if one company sells the product similar to the other, the combined sales of horizontal merger will give you a larger market share. Now, these are the examples of horizontal merger. The integration of Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Messenger. Then Disney and Hotstar is again one example. Then Indian context, Flipkart and Myntra. HP and Compaq is considered to be one of the classic example of value creation through horizontal merger. Then Disney and Pixar, Exxon Mobil, Lipton India and Brook Bond, Bank of Mathura with ICICI Bank, BSC with Orissa Power Supply Company. These all are examples of horizontal merger because the merging entities more or less operate in the same space. What could be some of the problems related to horizontal merger? So obviously, horizontal merger is with the intention to realize the synergy. But sometimes it is difficult to create synergy because of these reasons. So first is integration difficulty. So merging two different corporate cultures can be difficult. Let's say there is a merger of a public sector bank with a private sector bank. So the way employees work in public sector bank and the way employees work in private sector bank, there is a difference in the culture. So if they both merge, the cultural difficulties will not be resolved and it may create a problem in the integration at a later stage. So companies with different working culture, if they merge, there is likely to be a cultural conflict, which may make the merging or the integration difficult. The second is difficulty in building a working relationship. So due to differing management style, it may be difficult to build a working relationship. When two firms merge, their management also merge. If managers or management's working style are different, then in that case also you're likely to have something called a managerial conflict. Because one management could be aggressive, second management could be conservative, or the way they operate, or what is the action level, or what is decision making, what is the bureaucracy level. These all factors will make the integration difficult. Third, inability to achieve synergies. Now, one of the single most reason for synergy or for merger is synergy. The anticipated synergies are not showing up. Fourth, bureaucratic control. There may be legal repercussion if the horizontal merger creates a company that may be considered a monopoly. Horizontal mergers are scrutinized in the developed world like US or Europe because the combination of competitors can create monopoly and raises prices for the customer. Let's say there are only two big companies. They compete with each other. If they merge, they may create a monopoly and they may charge the price as they want. So in developed countries, all horizontal mergers are scrutinized that it is not with the intention to develop a monopoly because nowadays it's a free market economy. So any monopoly which is achieved through horizontal merger will get into problem and it will be subject to bureaucratic controls. So these are some of the reasons why horizontal mergers do not work or achieve value. One is integration difficulty. Second is difficulty in working relationship at top management. Third, inability to achieve the stated synergies. And fourth could be bureaucratic control.